There are places in this world that time seems to have forgotten. I'm not talking about ancient ruins roped off for tourists, but entire villages erased from modern memory, yet somehow still standing. Their stone houses hold the last echoes of a life that's now gone. We're often told that Europe has no secrets left, that every corner has been mapped, photographed, and posted online. But here, in the fractured heart of the Balkans, the maps are wrong. We went searching for the places that don't officially exist anymore, and what we found was a story far deeper and more haunting than we ever could have imagined. The Balkan Peninsula is a land of ghosts. It's a place where the borders of empires, Roman, Byzantine, Ottoman, Austro-Hungarian, were drawn and redrawn in blood. It's a landscape of incredible beauty and deep scars, a crossroads where history isn't just in the past, it's literally layered beneath your feet. For centuries, these mountains and valleys have hidden entire communities, protecting them, but also isolating them. And in the modern age, that isolation has taken on a whole new meaning. Our mission started with a simple, almost unbelievable idea that even today there are villages in Europe that have completely fallen off the map. Hamlets where the last residents just walked away, leaving everything behind. These aren't tourist-friendly ghost towns. They're silent monuments to a way of life that has vanished. They're disappearing not because of a sudden disaster, but from the slow, relentless drain of people. Wars, political turmoil, and the promise of a better life in the cities have left entire regions depopulated. In Serbia alone, it's estimated that hundreds of villages are on the verge of disappearing, with many in remote, mountainous border areas that are tough to get to and even tougher to leave. We had to find these places, to walk their empty streets and try to understand why they were abandoned. Our journey wouldn't be guided by GPS or travel blogs, but by dusty archives, local rumors, and the faint lines on old military maps. We decided to start in the places that are known but still quiet, and then go deeper and deeper into the unknown, searching for the truly invisible. This is a journey to the edge of the modern world, right into the secret heart of the Balkans. Our journey kicks off in Albania, a country that's quickly becoming a hotspot for tourists, but still has these pockets of incredible authenticity. Our first stop isn't a forgotten village, but more of a gateway to the past, Gjirokasta. It's known as the Stone City, a UNESCO World Heritage Site where imposing slate-roofed Ottoman houses cling to the side of a mountain, all watched over by a massive fortress. Walking the steep, cobbled streets feels like you've time-traveled. The air is quiet, broken only by the clinking of a coppersmith's hammer in the old bazaar and the smell of wood smoke. Even though it's recognized by the world, Gjirokasta has kept this peaceful traditional vibe, a place where life feels dictated by the seasons, not tour buses. It's a living museum and the perfect primer for what lies deeper in the Balkans. From the stone grandeur of Gjirokasta, we head north into Bosnia and Herzegovina, a country whose name alone brings up a complex tapestry of history. We're not going to the busy streets of Sarajevo, but to a place of quiet spiritual power, often missed by travelers on their way to Mostar's famous bridge. This is Blagaj. Tucked at the base of a colossal cliff is a 16th century dervish monastery, the Blagaj Tekiya, a place of serene, almost otherworldly beauty. It was built at the source of the Buna River, which bursts out of a dark cave, fully formed and shockingly turquoise. The monastery itself, with its white walls and wooden balconies hanging over the rushing water, feels like it's suspended between rock and river. For centuries, this was a retreat for mystics and monks, and you can feel that tranquility. You could just sit for hours, listening to the water and watching it churn from the depths. Blagaj isn't abandoned, but it feels like a secret. It's a reminder that not all hidden gems are ruins. Some are living, breathing places of peace, hiding in plain sight. It's the perfect launchpad as we get ready to leave the main roads behind and head into the true wilderness. To find the truly unseen, we have to push further into a landscape that's both beautiful and intimidating. Our destination is the Rogova Canyon in Kosovo, a massive gorge carved through the accursed mountains, a name that gives you a hint of its wild nature. This is one of Europe's longest and deepest canyons, a place of sheer limestone cliffs, dense forests, and a sense of raw, untouched wilderness that's getting harder and harder to find. The road into the canyon is a winding ribbon of asphalt clinging to the mountainside. Waterfalls spill down the rocks and wooden bridges cross the turquoise river below. This area is dotted with tiny off-the-grid villages, many only reachable by hiking trails. For generations, these hamlets were self-sufficient, but like so many remote spots in the Balkans, the pull of the modern world has been strong. Our goal isn't just one place, but the journey itself, exploring the trails connecting these isolated communities. We leave the car and set out on foot. The air is crisp. The only sounds are the rustle of leaves and the distant call of a bird. After a few hours, we find it, a cluster of stone houses, roofs sagging, windows like hollow eyes. This isn't on any map we could find. It's a shepherd settlement, used in the summer for grazing livestock, but it's clear some of these homes haven't been used in a long time. We find a door slightly ajar. Inside, it's a time capsule. A small wooden table and chairs sit covered in a thick layer of dust. A rusty wood-burning stove is in the corner, a blackened kettle still on top. It's as if the people who lived here just got up one day and walked away, fully intending to come back. This is a common sight in these mountains. Life is hard, and for the younger generations, the city's opportunities are just too tempting. But not everyone is gone. A little further down the trail, a thin plume of smoke rises from a chimney. We approach carefully and are greeted by an elderly man, his face a roadmap of a long life. He tells us his name is Luan, one of the few people who still live here year-round. He talks about a time when the mountains were alive with the sound of kids playing and sheep bells ringing. Now, he says, it's mostly silent. He points to the hills, naming villages that are now completely empty, their names living on only in his memory. This is the reality of the disappearing Balkans, a slow fading, a quiet surrender. It's profoundly moving. We aren't just exploring ruins, we're witnessing the end of an era. Journeys like this are a powerful reminder of how much of our world is still waiting to be truly seen. The stories of these places deserve to be told before they fade completely. If you believe in the spirit of exploration and preserving these histories, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. Our journey into the forgotten corners of the earth is far from over. Not all secret places are abandoned. Some are hidden by their unique culture, a living tradition that keeps them separate from the modern rush. For our next stop, we head to the Croatian coast, famous for its sunny islands and tourist towns. But we're going away from the crowds, to the island of Brač, and a village that is a world unto itself, Pučišća. As our ferry pulls into a deep, fjord-like bay, the village slowly comes into view. Pučišća is a cascade of brilliant white houses, all built from the island's famous limestone. This is the same stone used to build the White House in Washington, D.C., but here it's just the fabric of daily life. The village is stunning, its white stone glowing in the sun against the deep blue of the Adriatic. What really makes Pučišća a secret is its dedication to one craft, stonemasonry. For over a century, the village has been home to a world-renowned stonemasonry school, one of the last of its kind in Europe. Here, students learn the ancient art of carving the local stone by hand, with tools and techniques passed down through generations. The sound of hammers and chisels chipping at stone is the town's heartbeat. We visit the school and watch young artisans transform rough blocks of limestone into intricate columns and statues. It's a place of intense focus and timeless skill. This devotion to craft gives Pučišća a peaceful, almost monastic feel. It's a working village, not a resort. While a few tourists visit, the town's rhythm remains slow and authentic. We spend the afternoon wandering the quiet streets, swimming at a secluded beach and watching fishermen mend their nets. Pučišća is a living secret, a community that has preserved its identity by literally carving it in stone. From there, we journey back inland to another hidden gem in Bosnia and Herzegovina, the town of Đača. This place is remarkable, built around a spectacular 20-meter-high waterfall that cascades right into the center of town, where the Pliva and Vrbas rivers meet. It's a breathtaking sight, a powerful display of nature in the heart of a town. Đača is steeped in history. It was once the capital of the medieval Bosnian kingdom, and a formidable 14th-century fortress still looms over the town. Beneath it lies a network of mysterious catacombs carved out of the rock. The town itself is a charming mix of Ottoman-era houses, medieval walls, and the constant soothing roar of the waterfall. Despite its incredible beauty and history, Đača remains surprisingly off the main tourist circuit. It has a laid-back, peaceful vibe where you can sit at a riverside cafe and enjoy fresh trout. Đača is a perfect example of a village hidden in plain sight. It has all the ingredients of a major tourist destination, A castle, a stunning waterfall, rich history, yet it remains a quiet, authentic Bosnian town. It's a place where history and nature collided to create something truly unique. For the final leg of our journey, we wanted to find a place that truly embodies what it means to be a forgotten village, a place on the verge of becoming a ghost. We traveled to the remote, mountainous border regions of southern and eastern Serbia, an area hit hard by depopulation. Studies show this part of the country has numerous abandoned or hidden abandoned villages, places that exist on paper, but are, for all practical purposes, empty. Our guide is an old map and a rumor we heard about a place called Vukojevac. Research suggests this village is unique even among Serbia's abandoned places. It's one of the only ones where not a single building remains. We drive for hours on winding mountain roads, the asphalt eventually turning to gravel, then dirt. We pass through villages where the only people we see are elderly, their faces etched with a profound loneliness. Death notices are plastered on community buildings, a grim testament to a disappearing generation. Finally, we reach the end of the road. We get out and walk, following a barely there path up a steep hillside. And then we see it, a cluster of houses in a small valley. Some have already collapsed, their roofs caved in from decades of snow. Others are still standing, defiant. This is not a tourist site. There are no signs, no guides. There is only an overwhelming silence. We walk through the village, peering into open doorways. The interiors are frozen in time. In one house, a calendar from 1989 hangs on the wall. In another, a child's toy lies on the floor, covered in cobwebs. This village wasn't emptied by war or disaster, but by something quieter, a lack of hope. The local mine closed, the cities offered a better life, and slowly, one by one, families left. The young people went first, then their parents, until only the oldest remained. And then eventually, they too were gone. We find the village cemetery on a nearby hill. The gravestones are weathered, but on a few, there are recent signs of life. A plastic bottle with faded wildflowers, a small candle. It's a heartbreaking reminder that even though these villages are abandoned, they aren't entirely forgotten. We are standing in a place erased by economics and demographics, a beautiful, tragic monument to a lost way of life. This is the ultimate secret of the Balkans, not a hidden treasure, but a hidden sorrow. Our journey through the secret villages of the Balkans has been one of deep discovery. We started in places like Gjirokastra, where history is preserved, and ended in the silent valleys of rural Serbia, where history is being reclaimed by nature. We've walked through stone cities, spiritual sanctuaries, wild canyons, and villages built on a single craft. Each place told a different story, but they were all connected by a common thread: resilience. These hidden villages are more than just forgotten places. They're living archives of a way of life that is rapidly disappearing. They speak of a time when communities were defined by the land they lived on and the traditions they upheld. But their future is fragile. What happens when the last person leaves? Does a village cease to exist? Or does it become something else? A monument, a memory, a warning? There's a growing movement in some areas, with people returning from the cities to try and revitalize these communities. But for many of the places we visited, the silence feels permanent. Perhaps the greatest secret we discovered is that off the map isn't just a location. It's a state of being. These villages exist in a space between the past and the present, between memory and oblivion. And as we leave, we're left with a question. Is it better to keep these places secret to protect them? Or is it our responsibility to tell their stories, to make sure these beautiful, haunting, and profoundly human places are never truly forgotten? The answer, like the Balkans themselves, is complicated. What hidden corners of the world do you think we should explore next? Are there forgotten stories in your own country that need to be told? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey. If you found this as moving as we did, please give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. You won't want to miss where our search for the unknown takes us next.